What it do, bruh? Talk of the town, Nintendo, Doc Trey still holding it down, still make the best games, and you know this, bro. It's the truth. You don't like it, you can have that seatbelt.
So, Call of Duty has finally been officially announced for the Nintendo Switch 2. Finally. And it got its announcement at the same exact time of the latest Call of Duty announcement, which is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 by Infinity Ward. And it looks pretty incredible so far, to be honest. All they really shown was a story trailer showing the game running on the cutscenes, but in-engine cutscenes, and it looks pretty phenomenal. And also, this game will not be available on the PlayStation 4. So this is a current gen only project, and it marks Call of Duty's return to Nintendo systems after 13 long years. Now, I told you guys last year that this game would be coming to the Switch 2. This game by this developer, based on the other job postings that I found. And that appears to be the case. Or not appears to be the case, it is the case. We're finally going to get a new Call of Duty game to play on the Nintendo Switch 2. And what's interesting about this is that apparently, even though this game looks pretty incredible graphically, apparently it was ported, or the Switch 2 version of this game was not a piece of cake, but it was very easy to port over, surprisingly so. So, Infinity Ward's boss said that getting this year's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 running on Nintendo Switch 2 has been pretty smooth. This is from an article from Video Games Chronicle that posted this morning. And it says that they're excited to be back on a Nintendo platform. It said it's always fun to come out on a new platform, especially a portable platform. But for us, Nintendo is super exciting. So it turns out this guy who's like the head of the Call of Duty team over at Infinity Ward, and they actually says that he actually worked on Wii U versions of the Call of Duty games, and going all the way back to the Nintendo DS, working with InSpace on Call of Duty 4. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. They've come full circle for the Nintendo Switch 2, and it said, to be honest, it's been pretty seamless porting this game to the Switch 2. Says we got the hardware, then we got the game up and running pretty quickly, and now it's just about optimization and performance. He went on to suggest that there will be cross-platform multiplayer on Switch 2. Says, in our playtest, people played against the other platforms, and it's super fun. It's actually been pretty smooth. There are no problems to report. Now, the fact that they're saying that it's going to have cross-platform play with the other versions means that the frame rate is and has to be on point. Now, in the past, these other Call of Duty games have had modes where they actually ran higher than 60 frames per second. They took advantage of the 120 hertz refresh rates on some of these newer TVs, and had frame rates from 80 to past 100 frames per second. Now, if the Switch 2 version is going to be have cross-platform play with these systems, it means that potentially, the Switch 2 version may have a mode or may have a performance mode that actually runs this game at more than 60 frames per second on the Switch 2, and that will be very interesting there, because I've seen a lot of people online already, for whatever they think that this game is going to be running at a terrible frame rate on Switch 2, which is pretty ridiculous, because if you guys have been paying attention to most of the Call of Duty games that have come out, like, they always focus on 60 frames per second and up. But the only time that they didn't was on the original Nintendo Wii, where those games were 30 frames per second. But the reason why those games were 30 frames per second is because the PlayStation 3 and the 360 were way, way, way more powerful than the Nintendo Wii. And it's not... Now, the PlayStation 5 is more powerful than the Switch 2, but it isn't that same gap of power. So they're not going to put Call of Duty on the Switch 2 and have it be 30 frames per second and then try to have cross-platform. That's not going to happen. So at the very least, this game is going to be a stable 60 frames per second. But let me know what you guys think. Are you guys going to pick this game up? I definitely am. I haven't played Call of Duty regularly in a very long time, probably because I burnt myself out and I didn't play for a while. But I'm ready to get back into it and to give you guys those seats. So let me know what you guys think. Are you guys going to pick this up on the Switch 2? Are you excited for it? Is it surreal that we finally got another Call of Duty game on a Nintendo system? There hasn't been one since Call of Duty Ghosts on the Wii U. It's been so long that some of you watching this video weren't even alive yet. The last time Nintendo had a Call of Duty. So that's pretty crazy. But let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Are you going to pick it up? Let me know.